I want to get to Carol's question. So Carol got laid off last month. I'm really sorry about that, Carol. She had been paying down her credit card balance. I don't know all the details about her. She may or may not have student loan debt on top of that. Um, and her question is, do I hold off paying down that balance until I get a new job, or do I keep chipping away at it? Unfortunately, what she didn't tell me, because it's personal information, is how big a nut is she trying to pay down? Is it manageable? Is it like less than $2,000, or is it like a lot of people north of
Sure.
$25,000? And I don't know the answer to that. But let's assume it's manageable. Let's assume in Carol's case it is manageable, and let's say she has less than $2,000 outstanding. And also considering the fact that credit card fees, again, after the pandemic, just like food prices, have gone crazy. So if you don't pay off your balance, you might get hit with 70, 80, $90 in interest charges just for a month. What are your
hmm
thoughts?
Yeah. So with a lot of these questions, my answer, in quotes, it depends. That would be
Yeah.
how it end. It does truly vary. The answer, the recommendation would vary significantly depending on the other facts in the case.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, if we never want to, we don't want to deplete cash down to zero. So we do want to keep, yeah, in the circumstance, probably not going to be able to maintain a 6-month cash reserve.
Mm-hmm.
But we also don't want to have $50 in the bank, and that
Right.
then you're at risk of for a small transaction on recurring auto pay, then you get overdrafted, then you've got another problem. Now you've created a further problem. So generally, we'd want to keep at least a month buffer there at a minimum. And then, yeah, with credit cards, as you said, Dan, yeah, is it 20 grand or is it 2 grand? That would be a big difference
Mm-hmm.
there of the magnitude. And then, is 20 grand, is that significant compared to, what the income used to be? And there's options like a balance transfer. So for example, if we transferred, let's use an easy example. Let's say it was $10,000. That was the
Mm-hmm.
balance. Um, and this is, literally a Google search, 0% APR balance transfer. That's how you find these offers. But if credit was decent, if someone's in the, mid to low 700s that has okay to good credit,
Yeah.
that's typically an option. And then, yeah, I mean, it's 0% APR. All it is the new company, you're opening up essentially a new line of credit that the balance is getting paid off from the, maybe it's a 17 or even a 20 some percent APR, which, as you said, like some of these cards are pretty ridiculous on the APR that you're paying. The interest can add up to be thousands of bucks a year. Yeah, that might be an option. And a balance transfer, you would typically pay 3 or 4%. So now you've got a 10,000, $300 or $400 balance at the new company, but it buys you time. You might have an 18 or 12-month time frame
Right.
before like the interest really kicks in. So it's not ideal, but it's a way to buy yourself time and then not pay 17 or 23%. You just pay 3 or 4% once.